I'm Deepak Shrivastava. Today, I'm going to talk about something very important, which is in this stressful time, our best friends, our non-human family members who stay with us in good times and the bad times, how to take care of them in this pandemic and especially in shelter-in-place like situations. These are my owners, Barclay and Whisker. There have been concerns, and my goal is to make sure that we alleviate some of these concerns about risk of animals spreading COVID to people. Household animals, by definitions, are companion animals like our pets that we have at home, and service animals. They live inside the home or on the property and the premises of the home. So far, according to CDC, there is no evidence that any animals, including pets, livestock, or wildlife animals, as a source of COVID-19 infection. In still any case, we should continue to follow the guidelines, just like we follow the same guidelines amongst the humans, that wash our hands after handling the animals, their food, waste, or supplies, as well as practice good pet hygiene and clean up after the pets properly. Take the pets to the veterinarian on regular basis. There should be appointment for them, just like we have appointment with our doctors. The second concern is that if people, they can spread the COVID to their pet, and especially when a person who is exposed to COVID and is in isolation, or who has mild disease and is kept in home under observation. So far, there have been no reports of pet or other animals becoming sick with COVID-19 in the United States. Having said that, there are few reports of pets becoming infected after close contact with the people. 2 dogs in the Hong Kong were tested positive, but they did not have any clinical symptoms or show sign of infections. In any case, again, COVID-19 infected persons should restrict contact with the pets and other animals and maintain the social distance, just like we do with humans. There are certain special situations. There is no reason at this time that any animals, including the shelter pets in USA, may be a source of COVID-19. There is no evidence that imported animals or animal products pose a risk for spreading COVID-19. In case, animals that are imported should be observed daily for the sign of illness. This situation is fluid, is evolving rapidly. New information is coming, and keep an eye again out for new information. You can visit the CDC website, Center for Disease Control, and get the latest information on this issue. Some of the other special situations include the owner is unable to care for the animal or has surrendered the animal because they cannot keep them any longer. So if a home is going to receive the animal, they have to follow the standard precautions that we are practicing for the humans. Similarly, if the shelters are controlled and regulated by the state laws, so according to the state laws, shelters are also supposed to adhere to the biosafety and biosecurity practices for infectious diseases for any animals which are checked into these shelters. If the pet is going to be at home, the patient should not be taking care of them. Another member of the family should be allowed to take care of the household animals. Avoid contact with the pets, including touching them, snuggling them, kissing them, licking, or sharing food. It's very important to prevent infection, even if we do not have any evidence at this point. If one must care for pet or to be around animals while sick, again, hand washing practices are important and they must be used in abundance every time you handle the pet. Service animals are important and they are lifeline for many people. They should be allowed to remain with their handlers. Also, if you are in shelter in place with your pet, you got to understand the importance of that, knowing the location of their food and medication. If you are a provider for the patient and the pet, have enough supply that will last for 2 weeks. If 2 weeks is going to be the period of quarantine, states are imposing longer quarantine periods. You should have enough supplies for your pet. Pet, they, just like humans, become claustrophobic. They don't like to be cooped up inside the house. Make or have the toys on hand to play with them. Make your own toys at home, and there are interactive toys online, and you can get those for your pet to stay engaged and be entertained. Continue their routine. They like to walk around that time. Of course, if you can take them out for a walk, that's great. If not, you can walk them around the house, inside the house, and have some activities, including agility and rallying and running after each other and scent work. There are some tools that the CDC website has provided. And in this particular case, American Kennel Club has provided on their website to understand how to approach your pet in situations like this when they are confined. Pets are very sensitive, we all know. And they sense the anxiety, they sense the anger, they sense any other feeling more than we humans can. Please appreciate that and try to stay calm around them to keep them comfortable. I think this is an important slide. We are in a very, very different situation when the schools are closed, so children are going to be home. And of course, pets cannot go out. Household is crowded, space is limited, and everybody is exposed to everybody, and everybody is nervous and anxious. It's very important that we avoid rough play with the animals to prevent bites and scratches, because sometimes they don't intend to bite, but that happens. Teach children to play with the animals appropriately and not mishandle them. Don't let the small children near the pets that are eating. Pets can be very possessive of their food, and especially when they are anxious and going through a stressful situation themselves. Always supervise the children around pets. And in case this so happens, if there is a bite or a scratch, immediately wash it with soap and water, take precautions, but seek medical care if the wounds are serious, if they become red, painful, warm or swollen, or animal seems sick, or you don't know the vaccination status of the animal. These points are extremely important and kept in mind for the families with small children. So play safely. As I said earlier, don't kiss your pets. Don't let them lick your face. Keep everything clean. Clean after your pets, clean after your dog. And if they are sick, take your pet to the vet. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this time with your pets, with your children, with your family, while we are still sheltered in place and dealing with the situation. Thank you so much.